Comfrey is a beautiful perennial herb that is easy to grow and has a multitude of uses in the garden. Comfrey is great if you have a container garden, a small raised bed garden, or a traditional garden, and it also has many uses in permaculture. So let's talk about Comfrey today with organic gardening in North Carolina. Here are some interesting facts about Comfrey. Comfrey has a high protein content, from 22 to 33%. It contains vitamins A, C, B12, and is very drought resistant. It is rich in silicon, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, trace minerals, and more. It has been used as a folk remedy for thousands of years. It has a very high food value for animals. Comfrey has a world record yield of over 140 tons per acre. This huge biomass has great potential for compost, methane gas, and alcohol fuel. Comfrey is the greatest producer of vegetable protein and the fastest protein builder on Earth. Acre for acre, it can yield 20 times the protein soybeans do. Although suppressed in the United States, Comfrey is widely grown throughout the world as food for cattle, goats, horses, pigs, sheep, and most any animal you can think of that eats vegetation. From earthworms to fish to birds to mammals and humans, Comfrey is used as food and medicine. I got these facts from Co's Comfrey's website where I purchased my Comfrey. They are based right here in North Carolina. I will leave a link in the description for their website. I use Comfrey many ways in my garden. It is a wonderful plant and I really can't say enough good things about it. Another name for it is knit bone. It is sometimes used on the skin to treat wounds and to reduce inflammation from sprains and broken bones. Comfrey roots and leaves contain allotonin, a substance that helps new skin cells grow, along with other substances that reduce inflammation and keep skin healthy. Comfrey ointments have been used to heal bruises, as well as pulled muscles and ligaments, fractures, sprains, strains, and osteoarthritis. In the past, Comfrey was also used to treat stomach problems. However, it has toxic substances called pyrrolizidine alkaloids that damage the liver and can lead to death. Comfrey is no longer sold in the United States, except in creams or ointments. The reason it had such a major problem is because vegans looked at the high protein content of Comfrey and thought it was the answer to their protein needs. They consumed large amounts of Comfrey, and the alkaloids accumulated in their liver and caused major problems. Co's Comfrey mentioned earthworms. I read somewhere that using Comfrey can increase your worm production by up to 400%. Isn't that a crazy number? I have recently done a couple of videos where I explained how I use Comfrey to make compost tea, which is sometimes called swamp water. Comfrey decomposes very quickly, and with its high nitrogen content, it is the perfect plant for making compost tea. If you haven't seen these videos, I will leave a card here, and I will also leave a link in the end screen. Comfrey is a beautiful plant that can be used in landscaping. I wouldn't be afraid to put it in my flower gardens with flowers around it because it is such a beautiful plant. One thing you do have to be careful of is you don't let it flower and go to seed, because it can become an invasive plant. Although when people say this, they usually say it with a smile, because who wouldn't want to have more of this incredible plant? You can purchase root cuttings, crowns, or whole plants. Plants will produce the quickest, crowns will produce quickly too, and then the root cuttings will take the longest time to get your plants into production. I chose the plant crowns because you can plant the crowns and have leaves within a matter of weeks. Comfrey is what they call a minor plant because the roots go down deep and bring up minerals and nutrients from deep in the soil so that they can be put to use in your garden. Comfrey can be chopped and dropped. It can be mixed into the soil when you make a soil potting mix, or dug in right beside a plant in the garden. You can also cut it and let it dry out. Then it is easy to crumble up and use in the soil or in a potting mix. Many people like to plant Comfrey beside a tree when they plant the tree for a handy nutrition source for the tree. Just chop and drop it right there. As mentioned before, Comfrey is a great plant to add to your compost pile too, to boost the nitrogen and minerals in your completed compost. If I'm harvesting a lot of Comfrey, I like to use this weed whacker tool. I just grab the base of the plant and then slice across the base as if I'm using it like a knife. Sometimes I even put a bagger on my lawnmower and just run across the plants to get the ground up leaves that are great to mix with potting soils or mix in the garden when I am transplanting anything. If you have heard of the lasagna style of gardening, Comfrey is a great material for using to build new beds too. So get yourself some Comfrey. I think you will be glad that you did. I will leave an end screen to my liquid vegan fertilizer video and also a video that YouTube says you will like. If you like this video, please give it a like and share it with your family and friends who love to garden. That really helps my channel. Thanks for watching and have a blessed day.